Welcome back to Right Answers Mostly, a podcast on what you didn't learn in history class, but you really wanted to. My name is Tess Belomo.
My name's Claire Donald.
And we have friend of the pod. You know her. You love her. You probably follow her on TikTok. And if you're not, what are you doing?
Literally.
Hannah Brown.
Oh, my gosh.
Wait, Hannah, I just realized this is not the first time you've been on RAM.
Yes, Scandival. That's when our friendship began.
Is that the first time we ever met on Zoom?
Yes.
That's right, because then Claire logged off, and then Hannah and I talked for like 10 minutes about our past trauma because we worked at the same place in LA.
Wow. I know.
And that was like over a year ago.
No, that was like 2
2 years ago.
Oh my
and
God.
I remember being like, they're really nice and cool. I hope we can stay friends.
And we had the same thought. We were like, do you think she'd ever talk to us again?
Literally. And here we are. Welcome back, Hannah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be here.
Hey.
Well, you are just an angel,
Truly.
and we've loved following you on TikTok, Hot Girl Anthropologist. We love your new podcast if you want to talk to the Rammies about it.
Yes. Talk about your TikTok and your, what Tess just said.
Gals, thank you so much. So I'm on TikTok at Hannah A. Brown 0, and I'm a hot girl anthropologist, so I mine hot girls on TikTok for information about how to be hotter and more confident. And even though occasionally there will be a troll that's like, I'm sorry, are you including yourself in that?
People on the internet can fuck right off.
I'm literally like,
We
yes,
understand.
I am user 529972.
Go back to your basement.
You old troll.
Yeah. Give me pizza, you troll.
Thank you for picking that up. Guys, we have such another Bravo girly on here, so.
It's family.
Yeah.
It's family. It's family.
Fibbly.
Family.
And then I have a podcast called Not Aspirational with Hannah Brown, and I just brought it back a few weeks ago, so it's pretty fresh. I mean, I launched it initially in 2020, gave it a 4-year nap, because who among us doesn't need a 4-year nap? Am I right? Am I right, ladies?
We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recently brought it back, and it's kind of like equal parts like pop culture, self-care, self-help, all the things.
You truly feel like you're hanging out with your best friend when you listen to your podcast, and like we are friends in real life, but it just, you have that way of speaking to your audience and being interesting, and you've really helped me in my personal life. And I was texting you about this, that I was like, I felt so crusty one day, and then I was listening to your podcast, and on TikTok you're like, go to Pinterest, type in these specific things, like, figure out your wardrobe, and it truly just made my day. It changed my day.
You are so good at like, you're so funny, and you have so many good ideas, and then you're also very smart. And I feel like that's also like it is aspirational, because your podcast, you're like, oh my God, she doesn't even like stop. Like, you never even say like an or a, like, you're just like on it.
Yeah,
and
that's wild.
It's good. It's some good shit, you
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you so much.
We need you right now.
We need you.
We're trying to do our best.
We obviously wanted to have you on, and then we asked you what subject you wanted to cover, and you kind of came up with this immediately.
You knew it like you had been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Talk about something that keeps me up at night.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you talking about, Hannah?
Today we're talking about recession pop. I'm so excited.
Same. Well, when you first said that, I was like, what is recession pop? I mean, I could guess.
Let's start there.
Okay.
Guessing what recession pop is.
Yeah.
Pop music during the recession?
I think when I think of recession pop, I think of 2010. Just like I think about a lot of my life, I am thinking about 2010.
Yeah.
And I do feel like we all share this of, at least like this was a time in life that I am very nostalgic for.
Yeah.
Tumblr, American Apparel, Lady Gaga. I think a lot of Katy Perry. I don't know if you were.
Yes.
Were you a Katy cat?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I ever labeled myself a Katy cat per se, but I loved her songs.
Okay.
I would say that first album, what's it called? Like One of the Boys.
One of the Boys.
One of the Boys
Perfect
and
album.
Prism. Both amazing.
Prism underrated.
Yeah, underrated.
What was the last one that wasn't so great? Not the one with Chained to the Rhythm?
That she decided to donate all of her album sales to the fire relief?
No, it was the
Oh.
one before. It was the couple before that. She did like a 24-hour YouTube.
yes.
That's when she had really short
She had
blonde
the
hair.
Miley hair.
Yes. Tough.
Really tough.
Really tough.
Yeah.
But we love 2010.
We love 2010. This jacket, for those of you watching, is an homage to 2010 indie sleaze,
Of
which
course.
recession pop and indie sleaze aren't the same genre at all, but they exist in the same beautiful 2010s Venn diagram of iconic music.
So it's 2010, not like 2008?
It was technically 2008 to like 2014.
Okay. Wow.
Well, this was a great time for pop culture in general.
Yeah,
I feel like
Yes.
shows were really good. Celebrity gossip was good.
Bravo
Yeah.
was good.
Oh, Bravo
Well,
was.
it's because it was like right on the beginning of Instagram, right? So it's like Instagram was so fun to use. You literally took a picture and then put 6 filters on it and uploaded everything.
Yes. And you had celebrities acting out on Twitter, like being chaotic. And like
Yes.
being chaotic on Tumblr. Like it's like they didn't care and or maybe know that people were actually going to be like combing through their social accounts on that level.
100%. And it's like the height of reality TV because of the writer's strike and the economy that they're like, this is the cheapest thing to make.
Wow. Some of my favorite things to do when I'm just by myself and a little high is going so far back to like even a Bravo celebrity or like a new Bravo celebrity. I recently did this to Erin Leachy from New York. And I was like, what was she posting before she got famous? And go back to 2014. Shocking.
I'm not certain I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
certain
you
I
know
wanna
what? I was like, maybe I regret that.
It's
Yeah.
not a safe space in there. I'm excited because like we were all texting last night. I miss Tumblr. Like I never got on that era. I feel like the South really held me down, you know? Like I wish that I would have met you in high school, that you could have introduced me to all these cool things. Because you grew up in Chicago area, right? And then Tess, you were in California.
Yeah.
It didn't make its way. Maybe I just wasn't cool enough.
I dislike that.
I was very like preppy Southern, so I feel like I missed some of like the cool things like the Tumblrs.
But you tweeted.
Oh, I tweeted.
But maybe
Honey, I
tweeted was more
tweeted.
Southern.
Yeah, but just like Tumblr was like a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
It was a whole
like
aesthetic. It was like a culture.
exactly.
It was who you were.
Exactly.
I want to kick things off, set the scene for you guys. Okay,
She's
So-
a theater kid.
I'm a theater kid.
Should I like a
had to
blanket?
Set the scene. I know, cozy up, ladies. Drink a Four Loco.
Oh my God.
To take you right
That
back.
I do not miss. The
my
heart
gosh.
palpitations.
99 bananas.
I've never had a Four Loco.
That's probably why you're still alive.
That's why you're like normal. Your brain is good.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Like when I don't remember something that I said 5 minutes ago, I'm like, it's probably because of the Four Loco. I
Yeah.
think.
The one.
Yeah, the one.
Can do it. Can
All
do a
it
number.
took was one.
Lack of college. I
Yeah.
miss so much. Tumblr, Four Loco. I haven't really lived.
Well, I tell you what, you know my birthday's in July, and I like a theme. I want to have a college-themed birthday party.
Oh my
Hannah,
God.
this is
Hannah.
amazing.
We
I
went
think we need to
to
do it.
Hannah's, Marie Antoinette's birthday.
You guys, you were the best.
The outfit
best dressed.
that you had was insane.
The
Yeah, you
outfits
were gorgeous.
You had stunning.
Oh, thank you.
We're just going to be building each other up all episode.
yeah,
I-
so get
literally.
used to it, Rammies.
Get used to it, Rammies. This is a positive space. We're in the 2010s today. It was
Yes.
a better time. It's 2010. You're at a college party. It's September, first semester, and you have the entire year ahead of you. You go to this party with your chaotic roommate, who at this point you think you'll be friends with for life. The party is in a frat basement. The floor is sticky. The lights are low. Jungle juice flows like wine as you sip room temperature beer out of a red Solo cup. Your outfit, an American Apparel skater dress with a slouchy pirate boot and a braided headband around your head. You've already decided that the Jeffrey Campbell Lita boots are absolutely going on your Christmas list this year. You're texting a boy on your BlackBerry. Your Nikon camera hangs on your wrist along with your Coach wristlet. You have so many good photos to upload to Facebook in the morning, but you won't post the ones with alcohol in it from earlier in the night because you don't want your RA to see that you smuggled Burnett's peach vodka into your dorm. I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas blasts from the speakers. Life is good.
Oh, reminds me of losing my virginity.
I got
know?
drunk for the first time on Jungle Juice in a garage.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, so during this time, you're a little bit younger.
I
than
was in
me.
high school in
You were in high
2010.
school. Okay. I was a freshman, sophomore in college in 2010.
Same.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2013 from college.
I graduated in 2013 as well.
Okay, because we're the same
Yeah.
age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're theater kids. We're not mathmaticians.
Yeah,
you,
you
you
know.
guys
That's
knew
what
what
we're
you
here
were
for.
Yeah.
I graduated high school in 2012 and then
Okay.
just didn't go to college.
Did y'all party in Arkansas?
I partied. I went to like 2 or 3 parties my senior year where I got drunk, but like I was religious in high school, Hannah. Yeah.
She was a good girl.
I really was, and that's like such a shame.
You were Lucy from Crossroads.
I was Lucy from Crossroads. Lucy from Crossroads.
Brittany in Crossroads.
Brittany.
Brittany.
Britney Spears.
Spears.
Crossroads.
Oh my God! Yes, I'm like, what? Am I okay? I loved Crossroads. I love
Wow.
100%. That's like how everyone was back then. So also like my style, like, well, I love Jeffrey Campbell, but like I was wearing Sperry's and like Ralph Lauren polo.
Preppy girly.
Peppy.
Like
pearls.
I actually don't know if I had pearls, but big fake rhinestone earrings.
Important.
I wouldn't feel safe around me now, you know? So, but I'm going to lean it. But I think I always had like this Tumblr girl
You had it
in me.
in you.
Yeah.
It just had to take some years to come out.
It had to
Yes.
be brought out by LA.
I was gonna say, when you moved to LA, I've seen pictures of you where you're very much giving Tumblr girl.
Yeah,
Totally.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
a statement necklace, a ballet flat, a little skater skirt.
Yes,
like,
she knew.
Exactly.
a
Exactly.
side bang, perhaps.
I didn't know about American Apparel till I moved to LA.
It's where we went for every dance in high school. It was like go to American Apparel for homecoming and get like a sexy little. It was
sexy little number.
a sexy little number.
Remember the hot pants? Like
I'm so sad
they're
I
like
got rid of
leggings.
mine. Oh, of course, I wore those all the time.
But like they were shorts.
They'll probably be in the Smithsonian. Yes.
Yes.
Alice still has her pair.
I got rid of my red skater dress like maybe a year ago, and
damn
I'm
it.
still mad. And I had that black leotard that was like mesh in the middle, and then like it looked like leather on either side, and your
Yes.
tits were like
I
in the middle.
loved that top.
I got that for my 21st birthday, and I was like, because I was like $80 for my 21st birthday, worth it. 'Cause it was like an expensive.
yeah, you're like,
leotard.
let's
Yeah.
treat ourselves.
yeah.
Well, it was like trash material, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it
yeah.
was so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wore that thing into the ground. It turned into a puff of dust by the time I was done with it. Okay, sources include my nerdy narc cousin, Google AI, and my slutty Gen Z cousin, TikTok, and my edgy foreign cousin who got fingered in the back of the bus on a high school field trip, Vogue Australia.
Oh my God. This is why
Ramies?
she comes on, you guys.
Are gonna fucking love that. You guys, we just added 3 new members to our team, to our family.
That is amazing.
That, oh my God.
Like the Jessica cousin.
Well, Vogue Australia is so good.
Love
Vogue
that.
Australia. Well, they had an article called "What Exactly Is Recession Pop?" and I thought, perfect.
Hey, we're wondering the same
Serendipitous.
thing.
Yeah. Recession pop is defined as a subgenre of dance pop that emerged in the late 2000s and early 2010s, roughly, I'm sorry, I misspoke before, 2007 to 2014. And it's characterized by its upbeat, catchy, and feel-good sound. The term is used to describe the wave of music that was produced in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. So it's related to... I can't speak. It's related to this idea that the shittier things are, the brighter and catchier and more fun music becomes. And it can actually be traced back to the Great Depression when Ram icon Judy Garland released a song called Life is Just a Bowl of Cherries.
Hannah, they're like not gonna want us.
I'm not going to be okay.
anymore,
It's just going to be me cracking up the whole time. Just keep talking.
I was like, it all comes back to Ram.
It all goes back to Ram.
Come
Would you
on.
like to say it?
So, like, this isn't the first time that this has happened. And part of why I thought it was a topical time for this is because the world is a fiery hellscape right now. And we're seeing an uptick in music that people are referring to as, like, the new wave of recession pop. And everyone's saying, like, oh, this is the circumstances now are similar to 2007 with, like, the financial crisis. And now we're seeing albums like Brat and, like, Short and Sweet and The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess and Mayhem's coming up, and everyone's saying that that's a return to form for Gaga. So it's like, I felt like this was really topical in the zeitgeist.
It's perfect. Like pop music hasn't been this good in a long time, and the world has never been
Worse. Yeah. Like at least in 2007, 2008, we had Obama.
Yeah,
So it's like the music needs to be extra good.
The girlies need to really bring it this year.
I know. And like heading into summer, I'm like, okay, have you heard the new Addison Rae song, High Fashion?
I actually haven't heard it yet.
I haven't. Is it good?
So it's kind of a slow burn, but it is not like a shake your ass kind of song. And like,
okay.
I think for me personally, like recession pop is so special because even if you're just driving around in your car, if you're listening to LMFAO be like shots, 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 like you're like, I feel good. I feel like I can do anything. I feel high on life. I feel like I just want to hang out with my friends and be irresponsible.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want to do that.
And
Yeah.
Addison Rae, you don't think is giving that? Would you say she gave that? See, I kind of love this sexy pop that we're going into, like
Yes.
Sports Car with Tate McRae.
Yes.
And I feel like Addison Rae has been giving us some of that, but
Yes.
I need to listen to High Fashion.
I think she's giving vibes for sure. I
okay.
think it's okay. High Fashion is the music video that you pregame to
Okay.
before you go to the party.
Okay.
I see.
It's not what you're listening to at the party.
I
Well, that's
see.
a good point about vibes, and I'm sure we're going to be talking about this. Like,
That's a great point you bring up about vibes.
about, vibes. Is that like, I think we got to get back to the music too, because I think so many people are truly just like, is this going to look good for TikTok? And and
Yes.
also like, what's my, like the outfit, the looks, which like, of course I appreciate. I'm like all
Yes.
about that, but I do miss just some simple, like dirty pop,
Yes.
Yes.
like scream pop, drunk scream pop.
Yes. Like being drunk and listening to Black Eyed Peas, like
of course.
drunk for like maybe the third time in your life
Yes.
was like a religious experience. Like I think I levitated.
I've got a feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're just like, anything could happen
Tonight's
tonight.
going to be a good night. Or what's that song that's like, I'm on the time of my life.
Oh.
Hey, 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 let's get it now.
Yes.
Every
yes.
song is like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, Party in the USA is like very much his time
Yes.
to me. Yeah.
It's like every song was like, I might be broke, but I'm still having fun, and I am going to keep drinking.
Yes.
I spent all my money at the club.
Yeah.
And I can't pay rent, but like, we're good.
But like,
But let's do
fucking
it
go.
again.
Let's
Yeah.
do it again tomorrow. Like last Friday night, Katy Perry.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I also feel, sorry, I know I have to get into this topic, but
I'm just having the best time
Me
chatting.
too.
Okay, thank God. I also feel like in these unprecedented times, my hope for everyone, regardless of age, is that we all stop taking ourselves so fucking seriously. Because my problem is, I feel like now that I'm in my 30s, I'm two rats. There's a rat who wears a bow on her ears, and there's a rat with an eye patch. And depending on the day of the week, I want to be bow rat or eye patch rat. And like, not a lot of people want to be eye patch rat anymore because everyone's
Right.
like, oh, I don't get drunk anymore. I'm over 30. And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Obviously, barring people who actually like cannot take substances, of
Right.
course.
We
like,
respect you.
and you can
Yeah,
still
you
be
sober
fun and you
people?
still
Yes.
are fun.
We love our
That's-
sober community.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not who I'm talking about.
But
I'm
we're
talking about
not.
people who like judge me for wanting to have like maybe one too many martinis. Let me live.
I think COVID has ruined a lot of that.
Yes.
Like, there's been a lot of, I read like a piece in the New York Times that was like, this is like an epidemic of like loneliness, and we're not
Yes.
going to parties anymore. We're not going to bars. No one's hosting like dinner parties like they used to. Let's get more drunk for people that have alcohol in their lives.
Yes.
I'm like still newly in my single girl era, so I'm going out more than ever. So if
As you
anyone
should
ever wants to
be.
join me, you come join.
I'm coming.
Yeah,
There
I mean,
is something for millennials that I think it's like, what's happened? Why have we all just decided to be at home is like normal for 4 days in a row
Yeah.
over the weekend?
We're in our early 30s, and I'm sorry, if you don't have kids, like you're not fucking dead.
100%.
Why do you need to go to bed at 10? Tell me.
Preach it, Hannah.
Preach
Why?
it. We feel very similarly that we're just like all like there's an epidemic going on.
Of boringness.
Of
boringness.
boringness, and it needs to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, I love like a wholesome game night as much as the next person, but like, and I'm not saying I have to do this every weekend. I am saying I need people to like fucking like follow through on plans, show up.
Were you saying at your Super Bowl party you went to, like everyone was judging you for drinking?
No one was judging me, but like no one else was drinking.
Oh yeah.
It's at the Super Bowl.
I think there was like a group of primarily dudes that were like in the backyard that were taking the game seriously that got drunk, but like I didn't take the game seriously enough to be back there, and I didn't want it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
So you're like, where's my
yeah.
space?
So like my commercial loving community wasn't on the same like party wavelength.
I
as
see.
me. You know what I mean?
yeah, we're all just like a little.
Highly recommend people put Sex and the City on and see like what being in your 30s is really about.
Exactly. Get a Cosmo and take the stick out of your butt. Also, I had a friend the other night be like, I read somewhere, and by that I mean they probably saw it on TikTok. They were like, I read somewhere that it's not actually college that we miss, it's walkable communities.
Yes.
And I was like, where's traffic? I'm going to go find it.
yes.
Wow.
I was like, I do miss walkable communities.
I do too.
It's like feeling like you're living in your own little village. Yeah.
Well, LA is a lonely place for that.
Yeah.
And it's hard place for spontaneity.
Yes, you can't.
No. And you're like, do
Plans-
I want to drive an hour to go get a drink or two? And
Yeah.
then if I want more than 2 drinks, do I want to spend $50 on an Uber?
But LA
Right.
is better than a lot of places in the country where people, again, like you're 25, you're like old and washed up, and you don't go do anything anymore.
So
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky to live in LA, but it's hard, like, and then sometimes in
The
comparison
logistics
to.
suck.
Yeah,
Logistics.
definitely.
Like I miss a time. Part of why Recession Pop like is so special to me is because mentally it takes me to a time where all my friends were like a stone's throw away. It was like, I'm gonna walk over to your house and we're gonna watch Catfish together.
Don't make me
know.
cry.
It was-
Don't make me
It
cry.
was a very special time.
Yeah.
Back when I thought that Neve was like a good dude. I'm not sure how I feel
Yeah.
anymore. Anyways, so Recession Pop wasn't the first time this kind of thing had happened. We had the Great Depression, and we saw the Roaring 20s characterized by partying to excess, boozing, and the widespread popularity of blues and swing. We also saw a Recession Pop type era during the British winter of discontent between the 70s and 80s, where we saw disco increase in popularity. And if you don't know what the British winter of discontent was, because I sure as fuck didn't, it happened in the winter of 1978 and 1979 when a wave of strikes erupted across Britain as workers rejected the Labour government's attempt to impose wage limits in the face of rising inflation. So people were financially like really down bad. So like during periods of hard times and empty pockets, music had to make people feel good, and it acts as like this cathartic distraction.
Something's got to
Thank
give.
God we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To quote an article from Vogue Australia written in September 2024.
Oh, she's good.
This was the first era of recession pop. Between the years
Keep going.
It's
Keep going.
amazing.
Keep going.
2007 and 2014, pop music was marked by fast, frenetic BPMs, scientifically proven to induce positive emotions, and hooky lyrics that waxed poetic on partying and relentless optimism, enjoying life in spite of life, and quite literally dancing our troubles away.
Dancing our troubles away.
Yeah.
What else do we have if
No.
not for dance?
Come on. Like, we had Pitbull and Neo chanting, "This is the last $20 I got, but I'm going to have a good time balling tonight."
It's all it is. Oh, I guess we didn't even talk about Kesha.
Yes.
Kesha.
I mean, Kesha is like so much of this time.
Yes.
She changed everything.
Yes.
What was that's a Justin Bieber song. Bieber was like very big in
Yes.
this time too. Of the world's 2012, the world's gonna end. What was
Yes.
that one? Oh, we're gonna party
Britney
like it's
Spears.
2012
what's the-
tonight.
Oh,
I can take it, take it, take it.
We're all
Is
singing
that
different
we have
songs.
Till the World Ends and Beauty and
Yes.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, yes.
Let's do a mashup.
Yeah, that was very
Do you guys
recession
remember
pop.
United States of Pop? Do you guys remember this?
No.
DJ
2009
Earworm?
version made me who I am today.
What are you guys talking
I
about?
know you want a
Dance.
dance.
Oh,
rock and roll.
That's on TikTok. Yes, yes.
I'm sweating actually now.
So am I in this fur coat that I chose to wear.
Fuck it, let's dance.
And that's a wrap.
I loved United States of Pop.
I didn't
When
know
did they
this.
stop? Isn't it sad that one came out and we didn't know it was going to be the last one?
Much like Now 17.
Now,
That was
like
the last
now.
one?
Like
No, now it came out with another one. It's like now 50.
Oh no, for me it's like the 17s when it like ended almost. Like I knew it kept going, but that's where it ended for me.
That's
Yeah.
where. Yeah.
We're like,
Sorry,
these songs
the-
aren't relevant
just
to me
like-
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always
What
sad.
is on the nows now? Probably like Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
But who's buying a CD?
Yeah,
rap.
like just make a playlist.
Oh my God.
We're old. We're old.
I'm like, this is my camera. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, y'all, you know exactly the vibes. Like, the article listed like songs like Come On by Kesha, Like a G6,
Oh, Like a
Dirty
G6.
Talk, Good Girls Gone Bad. We had Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, Neo, Flo Rida, my personal recession pop king.
Okay, so I'm a little triggered by Flo Rida right now because
Explain
because
yourself.
At Tessa's bachelorette party, Molly turned on. It was nonstop Flo Rida, and like you would have loved it, but I was
Yeah.
kind of like, this is just not the vibes, right? And we were like playing a game, and Flo Rida was blasting in my
Just
ear,
like on repeat. And I just looked over at Claire and I was like, she's gonna lose
And I
it.
was like, enough with the Flo Rida.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I did.
So you're like trying to play this game and it's like, welcome to my, or no, it's welcome to my.
On a cycle, just like disassociating.
Because I'm going to say something controversial here.
Yeah.
Recession pop, amazing. However, like it was played so much that now it is like it is. I'm sorry, I'm scared to say this right now, but like it's cheesy.
Oh.
Wow.
I am. I'm just gonna leave. You know what I mean?
No, it's corny.
Yes.
It's inherently
corny.
But still comforting.
Yeah. Yes. And I feel like that's, if we were to use a word to encapsulate the overall culture of like the late 2000s, early 2010s, it's corny.
corny.
Like mustache. Like,
Oh my God. Like mustache and like a fedora.
and the black rimmed glasses.
yes.
Yeah.
Like the like quirky.
But I think as millennials, we should lean into that and stop pretending to be Gen Z because, like, I miss coming up with like an amazing Instagram caption and having it be curated. Like, I'm not good with
Yes.
photo dumps because I'm like, that's not who I am.
Yeah.
And I almost
No.
like wish that we could tap into our cheesiness
Yes.
and not pretend to be cool.
I know.
You know what I mean?
They're
Yeah.
so mean to us.
They're so mean to us. It's like, why?
They're so mean, but they give them 5 more years and they will be us. Like
That's
Gen
true.
Alpha.
true. Oh,
They're scary.
of course they're.
I
Gen
love them.
Alpha.
I
Like
don't even know what they're going to be like.
They're like fucking losers.
Yeah.
They're kind of going back to like Mean Girls when we were in 8th grade vibes,
Oh,
where they're
God.
like, you're all too soft. Like they're mean to Gen Z. They bully them. I love it.
Fascinating.
I know.
And now we're
Yeah.
just like the wine aunties.
Yeah, and I
We
love
are.
that.
Yeah.
The wine aunties.
Yeah. This term has recently been applied to a new generation of mainstream music, as previously said, including songs by Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Charlie XCX, of course, recession pop icon Lady Gaga. And some say that the current economic climate and overall sense of dread we have as a country has created the perfect conditions for a recession pop revival. I will say, I feel like you were talking about how Flo Rida was ruining the vibes for some reason. And
So sorry. I knew this was not a safe space to say that.
no, I'm gonna look into this camera right now. If any Rammies have like some hookup to a Flo Rida concert, like, and you want to like send me a private link or something, like, I want to go.
If Flo Rida's manager is listening right now,
Please.
or Flo Rida himself.
Hannah, Florida is playing at Bottle Rock in Napa in May. Did you know?
What are the dates?
It's over. Is Memorial Day in May?
Yeah,
Or Labor
that's
Day.
late. That's late May. I think.
Late May. Bottle Rock is very fun. It's fun for the millennial girlies.
Yeah.
I guess I'll be going.
I know. We like truly considered it.
Yeah, I'm like, with what money? Who's to say?
Yeah,
It's my
who's to
last
say?
$20 that I'm going to spend on Bottle Rock. That's my Recession Pop anthem. We are going to take a pause for a short break here, and then we'll return. And we're back. It's not my show. Now I just want to dig into Recession Pop as a set piece in our lives because as we were previously discussing, even before we got on the mic, I just find this time period to be glorious and these songs to be incredibly evocative. So I kind of just want to ask you both, like, kind of about, we were sort of already touching on it, but like your history during this time, where were you? What were your favorite artists at this time? Songs that made you feel alive? I want to hear all of it.
Please take it away, Tess.
So during this time, I would say I was more of an indie pop girly. I was very like Vampire Weekend and Passion Pit, and like that was like really my thing. And that was even ignited more when I went to college in San Francisco, and then really leaned into my hipster era because I was pretty preppy in high school too. And then I got to San Francisco, and I was like, I smoke weed and like listen to Phoenix, on repeat.
Love Phoenix.
So I was more like in that. But God, I mean, it really just does remind me of college, pre-gaming, drinking heavily. I was really into Katy Perry. She was like my pop queen, so I went to all of her concerts.
You were very much a kitty cat.
I had my 20th birthday was Katy Perry themed, and the outfits were amazing. People went all over. I did the white strapless like
That's
tube top
so
dress
cute.
with the candy and the blue wig.
Oh yeah.
And then had candy nails, like they were all like had like sprinkles on them.
That's so cute.
That night it was a disaster, but that's for a different time.
That's for premium.
That is maybe not even for premium, but yeah, college also had some darkness in it. But yeah, Katy Perry was like my pop queen, I would say. But I loved I always went to my like concert place we went to in high school. We'd go back in college, and we'd go for Kesha, Flo Rida. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I
Rihanna.
don't like actively hate Flo Rida.
You're like, this has been a constant in my life.
I'm
really.
gonna have to make a
Just
public
hold on,
announcement
yeah,
to
a
Flo
written
Rida.
apology.
Yeah, truly.
But yeah, I loved the pop. I loved pop music, but I was very indie.
You need to go to Just Like Heaven Fest in Pasadena.
we went for her
We went?
birthday
When? Last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I was there.
You were there 2 years
I
ago.
don't even know if we knew each other.
No,
at that
we
point.
did because I remember that we like,
That's right.
and you were in the crowd with Ariana.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ariana who?
from
Maddox.
Vanderpump Rules.
You were with
Ariana-
her?
Yes.
No, I ran into her.
Oh, I was like, do you know her?
No, but yes, you do, don't you?
I've like hung out with her a handful of times, but we don't like text.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we went to MGMT and Empire of the Sun were like the main reasons I wanted to go, and we had a nice time.
Yeah.
we did.
We really
Vibes
did.
are immaculate at Just Like Heaven because it's just a bunch of like civilized millennials.
So peaceful.
But also, it's in the Rose Bowl. And it's not in the stadium, but it's at Rose Bowl, and it's gorgeous in Pasadena with the mountains and everything so green and the sunset.
it felt like it took 400 years to get in there.
Well, it did. We also took a party bus there where people peed in cups on the way over.
On the bus.
so-
Talk about that was like a day that I actually was like, I want to drink in the morning. I want people to be insane on the bus, and everyone
Yes.
delivered.
Yeah, and that they were.
Yeah, last year before my sister and I went, we like took several shots of tequila and we're like not sure who we think we are. But it's also such a long day and it's like the temperature is like so sensible that you don't really get that fucked up.
No, it's really beautiful.
It was lovely. I'd
It's a
like to go
steady
again one
buzz.
year. Are you
Yeah.
going this year?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. It's like your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
I
one
love
music
it.
festival I attend because I'm not good in crowds.
Yeah, it's so fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
But for Just Like Heaven Fest, I literally think, feel free to cut this or not. When I'm going to go to a concert or a music festival, I think, are these bands worth dying for? Would I be okay dying here? And then Just Like Heaven Fest, I go, yeah, I would die like at a Passion Pit show. That would be like such a millennial way to go out.
Oh
you know
my
what I
God,
mean?
it would.
I'm so glad you reminded me of that.
Yeah.
A little sleepyhead.
Yeah. Ugh.
Also,
you
Matt and
imagine?
Kim. Sorry, now I'm just gonna start like naming.
I
Oh
don't
my
know
God,
Matt and
Foster the
Kim.
People.
Well, so Tess's experience, I'm listening to it. I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go after her now because, like,
please.
no, it's so cool. Again, I had no idea who these people are, like, in high school and Recession Pop, except for Passion Pit at summer camp. We had our counselors introduce Passion Pit to us. We had 2 dances a week at camp, and they were so fun. You got to dance with boys. And I'll never forget the first time I heard Sleepyhead, and it became like our camp song. And I still think like, give me the aux. I will put Sleepyhead on
Yes.
at every party, and everyone, oh my God, I'm like, I have the butterflies when I'm thinking about that song right now.
It sounds like rainbows in your head.
It does. You guys put on Passion Pit by Sleepyhead.
Have you seen the behind the scenes when they first started making it with all the kids? No. And they're like, come on, like start. And the kids are like, da, 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 da. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, this was a time in history that we will never get back.
Never.
Amazing. But like I never listened to any, I like still don't really know a Phoenix. Like I think I would know a Phoenix song if I heard it.
Yeah, you would.
And then Empire of the Sun, we saw them, right?
They're walking on a dream.
Yeah. Which like I think all of that is great. I just never really listened to it growing up.
Totally.
But I listened to, and I was in high school, like Party in the USA, I remember specifically dancing to at homecoming, like in the rotunda. I listened to a lot of country music at this time, though.
Okay.
But that's cool.
Country music was a little better, but it was still, I don't like bro country stuff. Like going through a therapy session.
Yeah, but you were listening to like, you like know every song by the Chicks and Casey Musgraves. Like that's really cool.
Well, Casey's first album came out at this time, so I was obsessed with that. I was obsessed with Taylor Swift at this time, too. Like, yeah. And then the pop music.
You manifested being friends with Taylor Swift.
Literally. She did.
That's so trippy to think
know.
about, actually.
It was, yeah. Because I was auditioning for her music video one time, and I didn't know it was her music video. And they were like, what were you listening on the way over here? I was like, I was blasting Taylor Swift. And they were like, how did you know this is for a music video for her? Talk about a
manifestation.
A like recession pop look, though we are never ever getting back together. Like that time for her.
Very
Twee.
the time.
Yeah.
A little hat.
Yes.
A little Oxford
Always a
shoe.
little hat.
I was a Pinocchio shoe.
I was obsessed with Oxford flats.
They were so cute.
I liked them too.
Yeah, I thought they were great.
I think they're still cute, actually. I could see those coming back in like 2 years.
Same.
For
Yeah,
fall.
same.
We're almost there. We're flats are like the first.
Ballet flats.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
Wore mine.
Totally.
Actually, don't look at our feet.
Oh, I have another recession pop person that I loved. Florence the Machine. I always loved Florence.
That was important.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah, I agree.
A poet.
She made me feel like deep.
Yes.
That you were like, I'm smart because I love her.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm deep. I feel things deeply. I'm an actor. I'm an artist.
I saw her at the Hollywood Bowl like a week after I moved to LA, and the weekend opened for her. It was incredible.
She is perfect. She's perfection.
She really is. Ugh, when her and Lady Gaga collabed on Joanne, people like
Wait, they did?
Yeah, they sang "Hey Girl, Hey
Oh,
Girl."
right. Oh, wait. But I was a Lady Gaga fan, like, from the start, too. I was sending you guys pictures. I went to see Lady Gaga in Oklahoma City in 2011. And I know that you love Lady Gaga.
Yes, but I was kind of late to it. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No. I was going to say, but you were saying you weren't a little monster until...
I was a little monster. Okay, so like Just Dance came out and I was like not that into it. And then Poker Face came out, not that into it. Then Bad Romance came out and everything changed. And I was like, this is my identity now. Like my friends like who were monsters before me like taught me the choreo. We would do it at parties.
Yes.
Like it was like very important.
I remember being in Forever 21 and hearing Lady Gaga and just being like, this is everying.
Everything.
I love Just Dance.
Yeah.
I loved
So
it.
good.
I fell off of Lady Gaga. I don't even know when.
Probably during Joanne.
2016.
But it might have been a little bit before that. But I remember being like, I want to watch 5'2" and stuff. But in her recession pop era, I loved.
When it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the fame
Tess
monster.
is like, and I'll leave it at that. The Rammys know how Tess feels about Lady
I don't
Gaga.
need to talk about it today.
I feel complicated with her too. Like when she's really in the theater kid energy, it's a lot.
It's tough.
It's
for
just
you.
triggering for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's always been like an ally. I mean, she's incredible.
She's an amazing
person.
Like she's an amazing person and artist. Like I literally am like, she's great. She just triggers me personally after A Star Is Born.
Yeah. Well, we were talking
And the documentary, to be honest.
I mean, I think what's hard about, like, I think about her and Ariana Grande as people who are so at the fucking top of their game, like literally doing what they were put on this earth to do, but they're so good at performing that you're almost like, is any of this genuine? Like, am I really? And it's like, there's an argument to be made for like maybe it's not our business to know pop stars on a deep personal level, and we have like weird parasocial relationships with celebrities, but it's like I'll see like a really sweet moment with either of them and I'm like, but was it for you?
I know.
Right.
You're always just kind of like, are you human?
Yeah.
What was your experience with recession pop?
I mean, I really think I know that there are haters out there being like, Hannah, we fucking get that you missed college. Like, if you don't shut the fuck up about 2000, like, get a life. Get a fucking life. And I'm like, I can't say that like I don't have anything I'm happy about now, but like of course I was happier when I was like doing theater with my friends all the time and like had no responsibilities and like no job, and all I had to do was just like turn out looks and go to class and party.
A great time in life.
Come on. And like house party culture, like where the fuck did that go?
I love a house party.
I know, and you bring back house party culture, and I attempt to as well.
It is just important.
It's important.
It really is for people's mental health.
Yeah.
But you know what I miss about a college house party is like the random uninvited people showing up where you're like a
The
little
group
mad.
and you're like, can I make out with one of them?
Yeah. Or like seeing your crush like walk through the door of a party and you don't know if they're going to show up or not. And then you see them and you're like, oh my God. Your like stomach drops and you're like, I love my outfit tonight.
When I would host parties in college and random people would show up, I would go into like, I was Dorinda Medley, and I would literally be like, wow, so disrespectful. You didn't introduce yourself to me. You didn't bring anything. Like it was always a joke of like, oh God, Tess is going to get mad if strangers walk through. And I'd always be like, you need to respect my house. My goddamn house. I cooked. I made it nice. Like that was literally me. But love seeing strangers at other people's parties.
No,
I was
I'm
like a
the same way.
monster.
There was one time my friends and I, my roommates and I had like a Mad Men themed party.
I
So
had one
did
too.
you.
Oh, it was
In
so-
2010.
Yeah, it was like around that time. And there was like some underclassmen who showed up that we like had beef with. And we were like, why would they come? Why would they come? But like, we loved the drama.
Of course.
You
know.
Yeah, you gotta lean into
But also,
it.
I'm like, looking back, I'm like, good for fucking them. I
Yeah.
would have been way too scared to show up as an underclassman to like like a bitchy upperclassman's
God,
party.
same.
Speaking about myself,
What's an underclassman? Like a freshman to a
Yeah.
senior? Okay.
It was like
Freshman and sophomore?
I think I was a
underclassmen?
junior and they were sophomores at the time. And
Yeah.
like, and now we all keep in touch on Instagram and everything's lovely. But
Yeah.
you know, like
It
petty college
bold for
drama.
the time.
Yeah.
exactly. I miss like LMFAO a lot and like Jersey Shore culture.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. LMFAO. I'm like, I feel like I might have seen LMFAO in concert.
Yeah.
Like it's really
Probably.
buried in my mind.
What happened to them?
What happened?
One of them, their dad started Motown.
I thought you were gonna say they're dead.
Oh God, same. I was just like, oh no.
One of them, they're dead.
They're dead. Sorry to tell you.
They're dead. Yeah,
funny 'cause
there's
they're not
some
dead.
a little nepotiz in the word of School of Rock. One of them, dad started Motown.
What?
I
So
know. That's
why are they irrelevant
crazy.
now?
I know.
truly
It's
just like, well.
such a great question.
But what happened to bands?
What happened?
Why
to
aren't there
bands?
like bands?
Well, 1975.
Oh
Anyone?
yeah, that's true. But I almost think of, I mean, they're a band, but I think of it as Matt Healy.
Yeah, no.
And
they're
like
a
same with
band.
Bleachers, like that's just Jack Anderson.
I know.
Bleachers.
God,
Yeah,
I
I love
that's so
Bleachers
true.
though.
Bleachers to me gives almost the. Well, I guess that's indie
Similar
pop, but like
vibes.
it's similar vibes, and I love their latest
Same.
album was so good.
I feel like we need to send you a playlist of like the best indie of
Yes.
2010, and you will be obsessed.
I actually loved Fun and well then Bleachers, but I loved it that in that time. Like I was dipping my toes then,
Dipping
you know.
toes, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like now I feel like every band just sounds like Gautier.
Oh my god, I loved Gautier.
Gautier.
I'll never forget being in high school and playing that for my high school boyfriend and be like, prepare for your world to be changed.
Was it? Dun, dun,
Yes, of course.
Fun fact, you know who passed on that song?
Katie?
Katy Perry.
Oh my god.
She says it's the biggest regret of like
Oh.
her artistic life that she was like, I was like, I don't know what the song is.
I bet. What's her name? Kimber or something like that?
The singer.
Yeah. I think that she's like Australian or something like
She would
that.
be, respectfully.
Australian
Is
Vogue.
that one of the best songs of all time?
I
It
really
is.
think that it
beautiful.
is. It's like incredible.
Did I tell you the story about? Okay, so like. You know, like every apartment building in a college town is like literally made out of like sawdust. Like the walls don't exist.
They're like,
like, you guys will be good.
Yeah. And there were these like 3 straight guys who lived across the hallway from us. And they were like kind of dorky, but we were like friends with them. And one time, one of them was like going through it and played that song on repeat.
I've been there. We've all been there.
I was
For, like, 7
on repeat,
hours.
like at the when it came out, and I remember my boyfriend at the time was like, "Is everything okay? Like you're in a happy relationship, and you're
No.
just like laying in bed, always
Literally.
thinking about an ex."
No, I've
Yes.
definitely been in that phase though on repeat on that
Just
song.
like-
Yeah.
You're Joseph
Just
Gordon-Levitt
checking
in
in.
500 Days of Summer, just listening to that song.
Truly.
Yeah, I was gonna rewatch that movie and I'm not in the place to do that right now, but I want to soon.
Can I make an apology to you on this podcast right now?
To me?
I think about it often.
What?
For your birthday, I got you single AF cocktails, thinking that that was like a thoughtful gift. And I think you were like going through a breakup like very shortly after, if not during your birthday. And I was like, I'm so insensitive.
No, it wasn't with my long-term person. It was the end of a situation
I know, but
that I'm
you were
like right
sad
back in the
about
same
it.
place.
Oh, Okay, great. So it's fine now. But I got you
I
like
do
a
this to
mixer in that
myself.
book, and I was like, oh, that's like cute because she's in her like hot girl,
Oh my
single
God,
girl
that's such
era.
a sweet
It's
present.
so cute. I literally was like, this is perfect.
But then, no, you don't even need to say that. Thank you. But then I feel like shortly after you were like sad about it, and I knew, and I was like, oh no.
Oh my God, not at all.
I was not sad about the book. I was sad about the situationship, man, not being there.
That's a great gift.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
such a
I didn't
great
want you to,
gift.
every time you want to make yourself a drink, see that book and be like,
Oh my God, no, I remember you texting me about that being like, I feel awful. And I was like,
I couldn't remember if I actually did that or if it was an idea.
no.
I
And I was
know.
like, she would have told me if it made her sad.
It did
and
not
she
at
did.
all.
She was
I
like,
thought-
this is so sweet.
I thought it was so clever and perfect. You've given me great gifts. Also, the Jones Idiot book.
You're a good gift giver.
Thanks,
Yeah, you really
guys.
are.
I've
Because you
kind
pay
of-
attention.
And
Yeah.
you're good gift givers because you pay attention. You got me my favorite candle for my birthday.
It was the Mason Louis.
Yeah,
right?
Marie, number 4, bought a bag
Oh,
for
I
her.
love that one
Love.
so
She's
much.
elegant girly.
Oh my, I do my best. I wasn't during the recession pop era.
No one was.
Who was?
No one was.
But that
Except
wasn't
Obama.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm just going to keep bringing him up whenever I can. Because I miss him.
I bet he liked indie pop a lot and recession pop.
Oh, I bet him and Michelle were just like,
When did they
Groovin'.
start the playlist?
I don't know.
You should do that. Is like. I don't know why I'm like calling you out for this, but make Obama's playlist indie pop though. We should do that for Ram.
Oh
That's
my
we'll do that for the
cute.
carousel.
You
that is
must.
Oh, that's cute, Jess.
Oh, that's cute,
You
Jess.
must.
Did you watch Newlyweds?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. She should come back on for just a Newlyweds episode.
Yes.
I think about them all the time because like he was such a dick to her. And I saw something on Valentine's Day of the Ashley Simpson show where she's like, you don't even get me a card or anything.
Ryan Cabrera.
Yeah.
That was so good because she did that voice in the elevator.
Yes.
I stood in line. We got checked out of school and we stood in line for Ryan Cabrera concert tickets, and then we won them from a radio contest. It's very like
On the way
youth.
down.
No, anyone actually won those.
Yes, we did, and then we went backstage, and I'm sure he was like, "Who are these 7-year-olds?"
Oh, he probably loved it. He's like, thank God I have fans.
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
He opened for Jessica for Sweetest Sin Tour.
Yeah, of course. We all were wearing matching gadzooks. Do you guys remember gadzooks? Tops that were very inappropriate
I
for
don't know what
elementary
those
school
are.
girls. Gadzooks was like a store kind of like Wet Seal.
Yes.
Seal.
Wet Seal?
What a
Not
name.
Wet Seal.
I remember at Wet Seal. Now we're just going on a tangent, and I'm here for it.
Same.
Also, you guys are gonna have to tell me like when we're at time.
Like,
I-
whatever.
There's no time.
I remember at Wet Seal, like in the fitting rooms, like I was going there with my sister at like the age of 12. We'd be like my mom would like drop us off at the mall like during her lunch break, and we would just like beat pop around. But I remember there was a sign in their fitting rooms that was like, "It's okay if you steal our bracelets. We'll give you this free pair," and it was handcuffs.
Oh my God.
Like
that's
you'll get
so...
these bracelets for free.
And you're like 10.
And
Yeah.
I was like,
Wet
what?
Seal was intense.
Yeah.
It was like very intense.
wait,
But
did you guys have the store Rampage?
no, Rampage.
Rampage.
Rampage?
I don't think we had Rampage.
It was like Wet Seal adjacent, and also Art and B was like chic.
I don't know what that is.
And BB.
BB, I know.
Oh, baby.
And
Oh,
Bebe.
you know what's also recession pop or era? BCBG.
Oh, all my prom dresses were BCBG.
Oh my God.
They're-
That was like where the it girls
Where
got their
else would
prom
you
dresses.
have gotten it from?
Yeah.
I just did not know.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine was from some department store. A lot of the girlies were
Jessica
Jessica
McClintock.
McClintock. Hello.
Oh my God. Mine were all just hand-me-downs for my cousin and my sister
Fuck
for
yeah.
like
That's
their
amazing.
formals.
I did not
at-
have
yeah.
any women to
Smart.
Yeah.
go to.
Until senior prom. And that was the slutty
blue
dress.
one?
No, the red one.
Oh, that one had quite the back. You were essentially like
It didn't have a back.
no back.
Yeah.
I need to see a pic.
Oh, I'll show you.
And I'm
Put
sure
on the
your tan
carousel.
was insane.
Of course. I've been getting spray tan since I was 13.
They've come a long way since then.
Yeah, they have. I'll tell you.
I got a spray tan for 8th grade graduation. So I was like 12. And I remember this kid that I went to school with was like, "You look like Elphaba from Wicked, but orange." And I was like, oh. I felt, I thought I was such hot shit. And then some kid told me I was orange Elphaba. And I was like, that
Oh
was
my
not
God.
what I was going
Well,
for.
that's that on character building.
Yeah, hello. I was like, I had to be funny
I
because
didn't
of
get
the
a spray tan until I
trauma.
was 20.
Well, it's probably like for the best.
Like, well, I was wasting so much time. I
Mm-hmm.
was wasting so much time.
I mean, it is healthier than like say a bed.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a bed for senior prom. I said, I'm not risking looking like Elphaba again. I'm doing this the
You're like,
right
the real way.
Yeah.
like a
Give
real
me those
woman.
UVs.
Literally. That was pretty much the end of my notes at this point.
Wow, we could talk forever.
No, I
really
literally,
could.
oh God, I'm just like trying to make sure we didn't forget anything
I
because there were so
know.
many iconic moments with pop, recession pop, because of Gaga. Really, the meat dress, the egg.
The egg.
Yes, also her VMAs performance where she was like dripping in blood.
She's like, Mama.
That's when I checked out mentally. I'm not gonna lie.
I remember like watching that live, and my like really good friend and roommate was a little monster before me, and I remember looking at her during that performance before I was into Gaga, being like, "Are you fucking seriously into this person? Like, BFFR."
Yeah.
And then Bad Romance came out like a month later, and I was
And you're like,
"Never
I'm in,
mind about
honey."
that. Yeah.
And we all talked about Speechless.
Speechless.
Oof.
Gorgeous.
That song is stunning.
That song will wreck me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess also during this time, like music videos were just so good, and like what came to mind, such an intense, like I think there was an intensity to them. Like, do you remember the Rihanna, "Just Gonna
Oh.
Stand" with Eminem?
Yes.
I thought that
Love
you
the
were
Way You
talking
Lie.
about.
I was
yes.
like,
And Disturbia.
I was like, this is like a feature film about
Yes.
truly about being in a physically abusive
and the
relationship.
We Found Love video.
Oh, I
Oh
love
my
that
god!
song. I
It's
thought
so good.
with Rihanna, you were going to talk about the "I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to
my
be
God.
a murderer."
That music video is stunning.
It's so intense.
Work of art, really.
Yeah.
What
Rihanna's recession pop.
Rihanna
is. She really is.
amazing. She can do no wrong.
Umbrella.
Oh
Umbrella.
my god! What music videos did you guys make in your theater kid era with your friends?
Oh, what did we not make?
Okay, you need to answer this first because I'm not certain they did.
Oh, we made so many home videos. Well, we did 7 Things I Hate About You. Claire, shout out, and Lindsay that are listening.
Cute.
Loved Miley. So we did that.
I did the same ones as well.
Yes.
The exact same
That's
ones.
so cute.
But I did the "I don't want to do this anymore" walking through my dad's house and looking in different mirrors. I was like, just get me from this shot. And
Marty Michaels.
like literally.
Yes.
I am what I am. If you know what I mean.
Oh, we haven't talked about Lana. Lana's recession pop, or
Lana.
is she right past it?
I think her and Ellie Goulding. Ellie Goulding.
my God,
I
Ellie
think they both count as
Goulding.
recession
'Cause
pop.
very 2012.
Yeah.
it was 2012.
Wait.
and that's very Tumblr.
Very Tumblr. Do you remember the song "Anything Could Happen"? Anything could happen.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
that song was like end of college. Me and my like 2 best friends to this day. Shout out Shayna and Liz. I remember us like putting that on the touch tunes at our favorite like Irish pub and like dancing senior year, like second semester of that song, just being like,
that song also, represents recession pop. That you're just like,
Yes.
anything can happen. The night is young. I am gorgeous.
yes,
We have no money, we have no hope, but we do have recession pop.
Exactly.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know how to have sex still, but I hope I do tonight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The more things change, the more they say the same.
I was so scared of being fingered. I didn't have sex until I was like 22.
Good for you. Oh, really? Good for
Yes,
you.
I mean, not for religious reasons. I was just so scared. Well, I got fingered and it was terrible.
Well-
because no one knew what they were doing,
No.
and they didn't realize that it wasn't about the penetration.
The
it was about the
bang.
motion of the ocean.
Just about the outside.
It was
Yeah.
about the outside.
Yeah.
And
It
then I
always
remember
goes back
the
to
first
fingering.
time.
It
that-
always goes back to fingering.
Always.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time that actually was like, like it was effective for me, like in a positive way. I literally was like, I think I'm gonna pee.
I mean, truly, because you're like, I'm scared. What's going to happen?
I literally was so frightened. And that's what recession pop means
Yeah.
to me.
Fingering. No, there's nothing. There's nothing better than a little,
Yeah, no.
We appreciate foreplay here.
Of course.
It's important.
The
Oh, what
art of a hand job also, I
movie
think,
did
has
I-
been lost.
No, yes, on The Holiday. I was just watching The Holiday, and Jude Law's like, "How do you feel about foreplay?" And she's like, "Overrated." And he's like, "God, I love you." And I was like, "What?"
You're like, shut up.
I hate that.
Cameron Diaz.
She's so
Girl,
pick me
shut
energy.
Up. I never cry and I hate foreplay. Shut
up.
She's so annoying.
You're not a friend of mine.
Yeah,
Absolutely
crazy that a
not.
woman wrote that character, actually. It feels like a man would have written her.
100%.
Yeah.
Cry every day. Love foreplay.
Yeah, please.
Love.
My 2 favorite things, crying and foreplay and naps.
That's what more could you want?
Yeah, literally.
Come on.
Oh man, it was so good.
What
We all just were like,
Yeah, just like, huh.
what recession pop artist who maybe has lost a little bit of relevancy would you love to see make a comeback?
That is a great question, Hannah.
who are some that come to mind? Go.
Did you
I
ever-
have one.
Say it.
Do it.
I don't know. Is this recession pop? This actually might be too early.
No, please.
Nelly Furtado.
Sure.
I think it's a little early. I think that's like early 2000s, like 2005.
but she's
ignore.
still
Yeah, but she's
overdue.
still amazing.
Because I
She's
just think her songs they slap. Okay. But you go.
I was thinking, which actually now it might be too late because I think she's more like 2013. Did you ever listen to Ren Weaver?
No.
Ren Weaver was like such a moment
You
for
love
me
her.
in time. She sings Octahate that's like lost in the
I would not have known her unless it was for you and
She's one of my favorite, like that album actually is probably top 3 of my favorite albums of all time. I'll send it to you guys after.
Send it to me. I need to
It's-
listen.
And
You're gonna love it.
she did tweet the other day being like, something's finally coming. She dated Benny Blanco, who was like terrible to her. She went to NYU. Anyway, I would love to see her come back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who are some that are like have fallen off? Black Eyed Peas, LMFAO.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
Gaga's returning to form, as
True.
you said.
Neo.
Oh, yeah.
Neo.
Is he
Neo-
problematic?
No, he is in a polygamous relationship. I was literally with some girlies this
so
weekend.
he's in the mix.
Yeah, he literally kissed his 3 wives or whoever they are to him before he went on stage. I think he's from Arkansas.
So he
Is
was
he?
like, see you after the show.
Literally. And we were like, what order would you want to be in if you were one of the women? You know what I mean?
Oh my god!
Because it's like save the best for last, maybe, or
But
is
then
it
you
like
have to
then you
kiss all the
disregard
other.
it?
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be the middle one.
I'd want to be
I
first.
wouldn't be any of them.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Save it.
couldn't be me.
Yeah. Oh, Neo. Wow.
Who do you want to see come back?
Yeah.
I mean, Flo Rida.
Flo Rida. This episode should just be titled Flo Rida.
But you know what also sucks? I'm gonna say something. This is controversial. I wish that Chris Brown never did the things that he did so that we could still enjoy his music.
And still listen to Forever in the car.
Because, oh my God, you talk about a recession pop king. Like, it fucking sucks that he's such a bad person because those songs are so good. And, like,
I know.
planning my wedding playlist, my, like, reception playlist, I was like, I wanted it to feel like a college house party. So it was a
Yes.
lot of recession pop at my wedding. David Guetta. Sorry, I also want him to
Oh,
make
what
a
a
comeback.
time.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was on, like, every song. But, like, I was like, Jake, we can't play Chris Brown. He's like, no. And I was like, that's so sad.
This is a controversial question I have for you guys. If you could play one song that you're not supposed to play.
Well, we know what yours is, Tess. You're like wanting to say it so bad.
What
Keep
is it?
going.
I don't think I should even say. It's like almost too bad.
She loves this one song that we all love. I feel like you bring it up weekly now. Well, you're
when we-
mourning the loss of
When
it.
we had our talk with our DJ who's coming to our wedding a couple days ago, he told us a story that they requested this. Another couple requested to play it on the dance floor. It's Ignition. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I
Oh.
don't listen to it anymore. I would not play it on Spotify. One time I did play it on a YouTube fan site, so he wouldn't get the plays.
Okay, I love that.
But on the dance floor, they were like, "We want to play Ignition, and everyone wants to listen to it." And he was like, "Are you sure?" And they were like, "Yes." And so then the whole party did. And I was like, I would never.
It does.
But I miss that song. I will say I miss that song for what it was.
Yeah, mine would be Yeah 3 times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to see you tonight.
Wait, who sings that?
Chris Brown.
Oh, right,
yeah.
right. Yes.
I remember like the feeling of like getting ready to that song, like drinking some shitty vodka, being like, I know I'm gonna see my crush tonight, and my outfit is so good. I borrowed my roommate's top. I have a
100%.
smoky eye and a lip that blends in with my face, and I'm fucking ready
God.
to go. And I just did my nails while watching Gossip Girl on Monday,
Before
so
we
they're
knew.
fresh.
Before
Yeah.
we knew.
Thursday night was always the best going out night
It
of
was.
the week.
It still is.
There's
if you're
hope.
going out on Thursdays, I will be there. I'll
please,
go to the West Side.
Oh my
anytime.
God. Let's
For
do
you
like
guys,
let's do a
I'll go.
2010 like Thursday night.
Let's do
should.
it.
Let's get
A
margaritas and then
pregame.
let's go out.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Mark
wow.
off Friday because nothing's happening. That
Literally.
day.
Great.
I'll be throwing out probably.
Claire and
but-
I always cancel work on Fridays if we've ever
Yeah,
We're
like,
just like, we'll deal with this on
love
Monday.
Yeah.
And everyone cancels work on Friday.
course.
That's the gag. I'm like,
Shouldn't
none
be
of
a
us are
day.
really online.
We're in a recession anyway, so
Please.
God, should I not have said that about
no.
Ignition?
I really think that
I don't think you're alone in that.
Also,
Guys, you know, it's just the song.
yeah, no, I'm
That's
not
the
worried
thing.
about it.
We have a
can cut it,
nostalgic
maybe.
tie to this music. That's like the whole theme of the episode.
Exactly. You're not condoning his behavior.
No,
Oh,
obviously.
no. I would never listen to him. I would never
No.
listen, but I do miss that.
Of course.
I mean, Lady Gaga like collabed with him after those allegations were
She
floating
did?
around.
She did?
On Art Pop, and then she had it removed from like her entire discography. You cannot find that song.
Well,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
God. Unlike Katy Perry, who's actively making music with what's his face,
Dr. Luke. Well, she's like, yeah, he's
Oh my
the
God.
producer. Well, I mean, he has a whole publishing company that, like, who knows? So many artists are.
Can I say something about Katy Perry without being offensive?
Yes.
I
Go
know
for
we're
it.
we got to wrap up soon, but
I'm like, how long have we been going? I could go for hours.
I
more.
know that's my problem.
Same.
Please say it. This is safe space.
Well, Claire started it. Katy Perry. I recently nailed down what bothers me about Katy Perry, and it's that
Everything.
it's actually everything. It was her on Call Her Daddy, actually. No,
That was a tough interview.
she's like, I'll suck your dick.
yeah, I was like, stop.
I was like, I don't need to know. No, it's that I feel like artists like Lady Gaga decide what's cool, whereas Katy Perry waits to see what's cool and then plans her next album around that. So she's always a little late to everything. Like the Miley Cyrus hair, the Dr. Luke of it
That's
all. It's
actually
like,
a
where was
great-
that 10 years ago?
That's a great
So
observation.
it feels inauthentic, and it's not that she doesn't have the talent to back it up. It's that I don't think she as an artist knows what she wants to say, or if she does, she's not working with people who are letting her put it out in the way she wants to put it out. And I think what separates like artists like Sabrina Carpenter and Chappell Roan and Charlie XCX is like these are, and Beyonce with Cowboy Carter, it's like,
Yes.
these are albums where it's like, that artist was like, this is what I'm fucking doing, and you're gonna get on board or not, and I don't really give a fuck. And we were all like, you know?
I know. I'm like, when did that change for her? Because I think she was so like comfortable in her, like one of the boys.
Yeah.
Thinking of You is such a good song.
One of the best, like, one of the most heartbreaking songs
And
of all
she
time.
like wrote that on her own.
It's that whole album she wrote on her own, and also Teenage Dream, every song she wrote.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it broke records. Like every single song on that album was a number one single.
Teenage Dream is so good.
So
And then
that
she
whole
just,
album and that song.
I know. And then she just kind of got like, she questioned herself, I think.
It was the Chain to the Rhythm album that like is and the swish swish bish. It's the blonde haircut.
That is when it changed.
It was
I
like
remember
Samson
people
and
like, what's
Delilah.
happening?
She
Yeah.
like cut her hair and lost her powers.
Lost her
and then she
power.
collabed with that weird backpack kid that was good at
Oh
flossing.
my
And
God.
I was like, what are we
I
doing?
blame John Mayer.
Wow.
They dated, didn't they? For a
She
while.
and kept
And the
getting back
collab.
together. Same thing with Jessica.
Yeah.
They were always trying to save him. She says that, like, to this day, because Call Her Daddy asked her best lovers of her life, and she said John Mayer's the best sex that she's ever had, and then Orlando, and then Diplo.
Wow, that would be hard for me to say about my
Like your husband just watching, like,
I see. That's crazy that she said that.
Also, like Diplo, ew.
Oh, I'm.
he's
Sorry.
not a good person, but he is hot.
Yeah.
Okay. To each their own. I'm not into DJs.
Except Dom Dalla. Have you seen this man?
Nor.
That mustache is mustaching. And I'm officially like really done with mustaches after being on Hinge for a week.
Yeah.
Like, my God, we've got to stop with the mustaches. But Dom Dalla,
I think I like a little DJ, like a little douchey DJ,
Yeah, a
actually.
little dirty.
Like, when I saw Kygo, all of us were like, he's so cute.
Yeah, there's
He's
something.
the same font as Diplo, Dom Dalla.
Dom,
Oh my God.
Yeah,
What
I
is
could
it?
see that.
Dalla.
Yeah, Dom Dalla.
Who did you say was hot?
Kygo.
Kygo.
What's he look like?
Oh.
Let me see him.
He's just like a guy.
He's just like a Swedish.
Oh, he's cute.
Is he cute?
He's cute, Jess.
Oh, he's
That's
cute,
Jess.
Jess. He is cute.
He looks like David Guetta to me.
I also forgot now that you said Beyonce.
No, he
Beyonce was
doesn't.
everything in no, it doesn't. In high school to me. For that album, we used to just sit in a Walmart parking lot and listen to
Who?
that. And then Beyonce.
Oh.
And I also saw her in Oklahoma City. You could see that I was not from a town where concerts were going to. But she
How long
her
would it take to get
research-
to Oklahoma City?
3 hours.
Oh,
Tulsa is
damn.
2 hours. That's where I saw Jessica. But now it's starting to come to my town more because Walmart. So, but this is an
Amazing.
episode on Arkansas.
Could be. Well, it should be.
no one wants that.
Should be.
Well,
Yeah.
this was fun as hell.
This was so like we needed this.
we
Thank you so much for
needed
having
this.
me.
Let's do, first of all, let's do our pregame night where we go out.
Yes.
Let's have you back on and talk more pop culture.
I think that we should also, if you're down, have you on premium. So like, because
We
we've
can,
all been in LA for a long time, we have stories to tell.
Oh my God. And I can talk more about getting fingered.
Yes.
That's what
So
premium
stay
is
tuned.
for.
Yeah. Can't
Literally.
wait. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, Hannah, we love you. Where can people find you?
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Rammies. Y'all can follow me at Hannah A. Brown on Instagram and Hannah A. Brown 0 on TikTok. I'm also on Substack. Check out my podcast, Not Aspirational. It's all linked in my bio, so check it out.
And it will be in the show notes.
Yes. So go follow her. We love you. The Rammies love you.
Love you.
And Rammies, you know what to do. You can follow us at Right Answers Mostly on Instagram and TikTok. You make sure you're subscribed on Apple and iTunes. Leave a little comment on Spotify. You can do that now. And we love you so much. We'll be back with some fun episodes this month.
We sure will. Goodbye, kids.
Goodbye.